So it's day 10 of 28 of the Superjuiceme plan with the world's biggest juice detox, and thought I'd check in and let you know how my day's been today. I'm running behind on my juices. I've only actually had 2 and it's 6:30 in the evening, so I'm toying with the idea of skipping my other thin one and having my thick one. Not sure whether that's the best plan, but I really don't think I can drink 2 before I go to bed. Had a bit of a rough morning this morning. Again, I think it's down to the weather, and then all the things were sent to challenge me with regards to technology this morning. I decided I didn't want to go on my bike because I've got a bit fed up with static bike, so I've got Davina's new exercise video and Charlotte Crosby from Geordie Shore, her video as well, and I thought, right, well, I'll rip the DVD and you know, watch it on my TV. And could I get it to work or not? No, I could not. So I just got really more and more fed up as the morning went on. And so in the end, I just decided, well, I'll just give up and go out for a walk. Where I live in South Wales, and it's quite hilly here, so my knees don't cope too well in the damp and the cold either. And I try and avoid the hills, but just up behind our house, we've got a canal and there's quite a nice long walk. And it's fairly flat and it wasn't too muddy, so off I went up there, parked up and walked across the bridge, and the first thing I saw was a kingfisher flying down the road, flying down the canal, which was obviously a sign. Cheered me up no end. So I struck out with the intention of doing 30 minutes out and 30 minutes back at a brisk pace. So off I went. Didn't think to put a GPS on my phone on the way out, but as I'm wandering along, I thought to myself, oh, well, you know, I'll put, I think there's an app called Map My Walk, which I use on my phone. So when I got to my 30 minutes, I stopped, put the app on and walked back, and turned out I did 1.64 miles each way, so just under 3¼ miles in an hour, which I thought was pretty good going. I think it works out something like about a 19-minute mile, which for me is a fair pace. I'm only 5'1", I've only got little legs, so I felt like I was walking really fast. Struck up a bit of a sweat and my face was a bit beetroot in colour, but I just feel better for going out and getting a bit of fresh air. It was very cold and very windy, and but the sun came out a bit, which I think for me at this time of year, I just need to get out and get a bit of sunshine, because my seasonal effectiveness disorder will kick in if I don't do that. So that was my exercise for today, was my hour walking. My daughter has just come down with what seems to be the start of a cold, so we've made a Jason Vale lemon sip, an apple, half a lemon, big chunk of ginger, some manuka honey and some hot water, and she's gone off to bed with that. My other half, actually, he is working away during the week, Monday to Friday, down in London, and funnily enough, he's just emailed me and made inquiries about juicing and whether he could take juices with him. So I'm going to look into that. Maybe I can freeze some and he can take them and put them in the work fridge. But it's just nice to see that he's always shown an interest. We went through a phase of having one of the clear skin smoothies, that Jason's recipe for Hilmy's psoriasis that he has on his elbows. And that actually did clear it up. And it's the first time I've seen it clear up without steroids. So I think that's been ticking away in the back of his mind, and having listened to Jason on Saturday as well, I think again it's kind of mulling over that, well, perhaps adding more juices into his lifestyle and maybe clean eating in the evening would be good for him as well, because he does get some aches and pains. So I think, you know, what I've learned from that is the old story, you can take a horse to water but you can't make it drink. So for those of you who've got relations or friends who you think are interested, who think would benefit from juicing, I think they've got to make up their own mind. Hilmy's been living with this since last April, May time, and it's only really just recently that he's kind of shown more of an interest, and maybe actually, you know, there is something to this. He's always been very supportive, but now I think he wants to sort of jump on the juicy bandwagon as well. And I think that that's the way to do it. Is I think just let other people see your results, and if they want to do it, then they'll do it. If they don't, they don't. I don't think you can force anybody to go down this road. So yeah, that's quite good. I'm quite pleased that he's shown a bit more of an interest. The only downside being that I will have to make more juices. But hey, if it gets him feeling healthy again, then that's good. Not that he's unhealthy. He's never had a weight issue, but you know, I think age is creeping on and joint pains are coming in, and maybe that's down to his diet. So that's my new experiment, is A, to find out if we can get through this issue of where he can store his juices and how long they'll stay frozen for, and B, can I cope with actually doing extra juices. Changing that as well, my kids, I've got 3 children, 20, 18 and 14, and we've been doing a lot more vegetarian meals, and they've noticed a difference just in their eating as well. So we actually have 3 or 4 vegetarian meals a week now. I don't personally, because obviously I'm juicing at the moment, but they do, and that it's really improved their whole way of eating as well. The youngest will quite often come and have fruit or make a smoothie, but she's always done that. So my next experiment, once I've got Hilmy on board, is my 18-year-old has got eczema. So I want to have a go with her and see if I can get that cleared up. I'm a great believer in trying these things out, but I think you can't force somebody to do it. They've got to want to do it for themselves. So anyway, I'm going on a bit, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Again, I'm feeling on track and no wavering and no bothering about what I want to eat. In fact, funnily enough, the only thing I've been looking at food-wise, Shane Whaley on one of our Facebook groups posted a picture up of a kale and avocado salad, which looked amazing. And one of the other ladies was on about these bounce balls, which are kind of like an energy bar or an energy bite. So I've been looking at how to make those as well. Again, I think that's something I might make for the kids to take as snacks rather than having a chocolate bar or a packet of crisps. It's got to be better for them. But what I've realised is things like Naked and Bounce, they're all quite expensive, but if you actually Google online, you can make them yourself, and they're quite straightforward to make. So that'll be my little challenge for the next couple of weeks, I think. Anyway, nice to speak to you all, and I hope everybody's getting on all right, and let me know how you're doing, and catch up with you tomorrow.